Jonathon Brooks officially designated to return from IR. 21-day practice window opened. Someone that we've been waiting for. I know a lot of people have been waiting for him as well. Was heavily drafted during the offseason because of the potential that he could give you towards the middle back half of the season as one of those running backs that comes on really strong. I will say, Chuba Hubbard's been good. So what do you think they do here?
He's been better than good. He's been one of the best backs in the NFL this year, and he's been great for our fantasy team. So I don't see how they completely go away from him. They did spend a draft pick on Brooks in an age where running backs are just really pushed down the board. So we know how talented he is, but I don't see them going away from Hubbard completely. I don't see how you can. How can you justify that? Say, all right, Brooks, you're taking over. Hubbard's 5.6 yards per carry, at least 92 yards every week, and more importantly, making money on him in player props. So we can't have him go to the side. We need to continue to pile up this money. I haven't checked yet. Usually the numbers start to come out a little bit, but I wonder what Hubbard's going to be this week, because last week it was like 62.5, 63.5.
He's the RB5 right now in fantasy football. Chuba Hubbard is.
Oh, okay. It's 69.5 rushing yards against Washington.
You like that?
I still do. It's a matter of can they not get blown out? That's the only issue. So
16.3 fantasy points per game.
Yeah, he's been, and I have him in one league, and I've been obviously starting him every single week without question.
Yeah, I just low end RB1 status until Jonathon Brooks returns. And I'm with you. It's one of those where it's not a fun answer, but I'm very curious to see how it looks. You have to think though, that they ease Jonathon Brooks in, right? Coming off his injury. I mean, and we have to remember too, it's not Nick Chubb coming back. Like, it's someone that knows the offense, right? He is a rookie, and we see rookies kind of take a little bit while to get acclimated, to get just gel with the team. And maybe that doesn't happen for Jonathon Brooks, because he was someone coming out and going into the draft. I remember when Dwayne McFarland would break him down in the rookie reports, and it was just like, if he didn't have this injury, we would be talking him up way more. And so that's the thing, is like, on one hand, he's just supposed to be this phenomenal running back. On the other hand, we have to remember he is still a rookie. Maybe they ease him in, and especially now because they have the luxury of having Chuba Hubbard. So it makes it a little bit easier, right? To kind of just let him learn a little bit more. But yeah, I'm curious how this is going to look. Again, just because they have designated him to return, it's a 21-day practice window. So that does not necessarily mean that he is going to be able to play in week 7. But we should be getting pretty good updates here for the next couple weeks with him. But yeah, Chuba Hubbard, I'm going to be sad if it's, we only get 2 or 3 more weeks of good Chuba Hubbard play and then it's done.
It's possible. Look, even if you only get 2 to 3 more weeks, that's just a massive return, because it's not like Hubbard was a high draft pick. Clearly, I would like it for my teams as well, or my team that I have him, which is a good team right now. I would like him to stay the starter, but you got to think that, I guess at best, 50-50 split you're hoping for with Hubbard?
Yeah, in the best case scenario, right? And even then you could see it. The thing too with the Panthers is, like, how much does them just having kind of a losing lost season contribute as well? And that's one of the things that I'm also curious to look at. Obviously, that doesn't count when we're in week 7, but when it gets to week 12, how is that going to look? What's the split going to look like if they're really playing for nothing and they've kind of got that lost season? I know we've talked about Andy Dalton before. They've mentioned too going back to Bryce Young. So it's just, there are these weird things that, if they have a losing season, are they going to put Bryce Young back out there just to see again what they have if they give him a little bit more time? There's a lot of questions around the Panthers.
Yeah, I would expect Bryce Young to be back out there at some point too, because once you're 1-7, 1-8, what's the point of having Andy Dalton out there? You got to get Young back out and let him develop.
Yeah, I'm with you. So that's just a really good update for Jonathon Brooks. Managers, again, watch those practice reports. That does not mean he is going to play in week 7, but the 21-day practice window has opened. So that is just great news.